Hello guys, Oscar Hotel 8 Sierra Tango November here from Survival Tech Nord. Today we're going to be working with the Lab599 Discovery TX-500. We're actually going to be putting together a Go kit for portable ham radio and preparedness. So if you stick with me, I'll tell you all about it.
You are listening to the Emergency Broadcast Systems. This station broadcasts emergency news and official information on the air for a assigned area.
Now before really getting started, it's important to point out a few things about this Go kit. First and foremost, it needs to be portable. Now I don't mean portable in terms of a flight case, I mean portable in terms of a lightweight, small, tactical briefcase. Next, current consumption is critically important. So my goal is to maximize our communications capability while keeping the current consumption of the system as low as possible. And finally, as it is with all of my systems, it needs to be self-contained in terms of portable power. Alright, with that said, the Lab599 Discovery TX-500 is an amazing new QRP radio. In fact, it's the first and only rugged QRP portable ham radio on the market. Now it actually took a while for me to get my own TX500 here, but now it's time to put together an off-grid focused Go kit for portable ham radio and preparedness. Now during 2021, we've had a few innovative new products coming out supporting the TX500 and other QRP radios. The DIY599 PA500 is one of those. The PA500 is a 60-watt amplifier which is fully integrated with the TX500. Like the Lab599 Discovery TX500, the PA500 has the lowest current consumption on receive of any of the commercial amplifiers available today for QRP radios. This is going to be the first part or first component of our kit. Now one thing we'd like to avoid is having all of the components of the kit flopping around. To solve this, we'll be using some 3D printed parts from TheQRPStore.com. TheQRPStore.com has created a frame which attaches the PA500 amplifier and the Lab599 TX500 radio to one another. The TX500 PA500 frame actually has a hinge mechanism, allowing it to be used as an adjustable stand, allowing the user to adjust the viewing angle to their liking. The frame also gives us a higher level of integration and cable management possibilities you wouldn't be able to achieve without it. So we also want to do digital mode communications with the TX500. At the moment, the best way to do that is with a device called the Digirig Mobile, and naturally that comes from digirig.net. Now there's a couple of things making the Digirig Mobile special. First of all, it has an inbuilt audio interface. Secondly, it also has cat control built in. Finally, between the Digirig itself and your computer, there's a single USB-C to USB-C cable for that connection. Now, so far, the Digirig is also the smallest audio and cat control interface I've been able to find. It's also very well suited for maximum throughput with WinLink using VADA HF. Finally, not only is the Digirig Mobile a fraction of the cost of the Tigertronics Signalink USB, it's also a fraction of the size. It also does a pretty good job of cleaning up the wire mess. Now staying with data modes for a moment, I'll be using the Microsoft Surface Go 2 for data mode communications with the TX500. As I mentioned earlier, the Digirig Mobile creates a single wire interface between itself and the Microsoft Surface Go 2. This combination gives us a unique audio interface for data while automating push-to-talk and frequency control. Now there are some advantages gained by using the Microsoft Surface. The simplicity of using an all-in-one computer system for our stations is probably the greatest benefit of them all. Still, there is another more pragmatic benefit to using the Microsoft Surface, and that's actually writing with the Surface Pen. Being able to enter data, writing, having a QSO, sending emails, whatever, without actually having to take my gloves off and type on a keyboard is critical in the environment I operate in. Now on the desktop, in the warmth of my home, this doesn't seem like such a big deal. But out in the field, in cold weather, it can make all the difference. And now let's talk about how we're going to power the station when we're out in the field. Now generally speaking, I would be using the TX-500 as a QRP radio when I'm out portable. I would use it with the Lightsaber Max from PowerFilm Solar. That's my portable power supply. But since this configuration has an emphasis on preparedness, I'll be using the PA500 amplifier for QRO operations if required. I'll also be using the Microsoft Surface Go 2 for data mode communications like WinLink and JS8 Call. Because of this, I want to have a more flexible portable power supply. Now by more flexible, I mean providing higher amounts of current when required. Beyond this, the pack would be small enough and light enough, but really be nothing more than a temporary storage for the incoming solar power. Now because of the TX500's insanely low current consumption on receive, a 20-watt panel is normally what I use with this radio, even when I'm augmenting the PowerFilm Lightsaber Max. Now when I'm using the Microsoft Surface, the PA500 amplifier, and the TX500 radio, I've decided I'll go ahead and use the 60-watt folding panel from PowerFilm Solar. Now the 20-watt panel is definitely smaller than the 60-watt, but when they're stowed away, they have about the same stowed away size. So adding a 3-fold increase in solar power without taking a hit on load carrying capacity seems like a pretty good deal. So really what we're doing is placing more reliance on our solar panels, allowing us to reduce the size and weight of our battery packs. Now let's turn our attention to solar storage, or the batteries we use to store our solar energy. So lately I've been talking a lot about low power operations and the efficiency of our stations. When we have stations with incredibly low current consumption, we can use smaller, lighter battery packs, and also the added benefit of longer running times without carrying additional weight. Now when we combine these low power strategies with effective or efficient digital modes, we can very often make up for a compromised antenna or lower output power. For the first version of this TX500 Go kit, we'll be using a 5 amp hour lithium iron phosphate battery. Later on, we'll do a bespoke build, a DIY build of a lithium iron phosphate battery, which is 4S1P, 4 cells in series. This should be a perfect match for the low current capabilities of the TX500. So, the 60 watt FM163600 from PowerFilm, that seems like a done deal. But we're also going to need a charge controller to couple the DIY lithium iron phosphate pack to the PowerFilm 60 watt panel. Now I've got a few different choices here, but I'm pretty sure we're going to stick with the Genasun GV series of charge controller for 4S lithium iron phosphate batteries. Now, I know what you're thinking. This is a GV boost charge controller, and this works really well at high latitudes or in wintertime when we have low light conditions. Now, if I still lived in a place which was constantly sunny, I probably would have chosen the GV10 for 4S lithium iron phosphate packs. Now, it's pretty easy to choose. If you live in a place which is constantly cloudy or experiences a lot of low light conditions over the year, go with the boost controller. If you live in a nice sunny place like sunny Southern California or Arizona or someplace like that, you can go with the GV10. Whichever of the Genasun controllers you choose, they all work extremely well with the PowerFilm panels. Anyway, if you're still not sure about which one to get, don't be afraid to ask questions or ask for advice in the comments. So now let's turn our attention to the tactical briefcase and the rest of the gear we carry along inside to support the TX-500. Now the point of the tactical briefcase is to carry the TX-500 along with all the accessories and spares we might require for fixed or field deployment. The Go Kit and the tactical briefcase should allow deployment of the TX-500 with all of the included accessories off-grid from a fixed or field position for at least 72 hours. So inside the tactical briefcase is everything I might possibly require to get on air with the TX-500. From 160 meters up through 6 meters. So I've got the radio, I've got the amplifier, I've got a 9-to-1 random wire antenna, I've got the solar panels, charge controller, battery pack, the Surface Go 2 tablet, and all the cables and spares I could require. Now it's not like we need everything inside this Go Kit all the time for every deployment. Sometimes we simply need the radio, an antenna, and a battery. Still, the Go Kit is designed to give you everything you might possibly need for HF communications during that grid down scenario. Anyway, it's not perfect. It's definitely a work in progress. But let me know what you think. What about all of you? Have you already started planning or putting together your own QRP or QRO Go Kit? Would be a blast to hear about it, so please let me know in the comments. You can also let me know what you think about my Go Kit, if I'm missing something, if I've included too much. Anything you have on your mind, just let me know. Feedback is critical, and we can all learn something from someone else. So the next Go Kit I plan to work on is for the ICOM IC705. As a data mode operator, that's my primary radio when operating data modes in the field. So that should be pretty interesting as well. Alright guys, you know the deal. If you like what I'm doing, if you like the content I'm creating, please leave me a comment or a thumbs up to let me know. And if it's not too much to ask, please share this video with someone or someplace where other operators might enjoy it. Rock and roll, guys. You are all absolutely magnificent. Thanks for watching. Ciao.